The tragedy of Othello opens in Venice, where Othello, a middle-aged general from northern Africa, has just married Desdemona, a young and beautiful upper-class Venetian, without her father's knowledge. Iago, an experienced soldier who is resentful at being passed over for promotion, and Rodrigo, a rich Venetian who is in love with Desdemona, wake her father, Brabantio, with the news. Although it is late at night, the Senate is in emergency session to plan for an imminent Turkish invasion of Venetian territory. They resolve to send Othello at the head of a Venetian force to repel the Turks. Brabantio brings his case against Othello before the Senate, accusing him of forcing Desdemona to marry against her will. At Othello's suggestion, Desdemona appears before the Senate, not only stating her love for Othello, but also requesting permission to accompany him to Cyprus. Iago, who reveals that he is bent on Othello's destruction, persuades Rodrigo, who is despairing, to go to Cyprus too, in disguise. In Cyprus, a night of celebrations is held in honor of Othello's recent marriage to Desdemona and the defeat of the Turks, whose fleet has been wrecked by a storm. Othello retires to bed, leaving Cassio in charge. Iago gets Cassio drunk and instructs Rodrigo to find some way to anger him. The brawl that follows forces Othello out of bed. After restoring the calm, he strips Cassio of his lieutenancy. Iago persuades Cassio, who is ashamed and fast sobering up, to seek Desdemona's help in having him restored to his former position. The next morning, Cassio appeals to Desdemona, who tries to persuade Othello to reinstate him. Subtly and with great caution, Iago suggests to Othello that he fears Desdemona is sleeping with Cassio and advises him to hold off reinstating Cassio while observing his wife's behavior. Iago continues to present circumstantial evidence for an affair, as Desdemona continues appealing for Cassio's reinstatement. Iago uses a handkerchief he has his wife Emilia steal from Desdemona as the central proof of her unfaithfulness. Convinced of Desdemona's guilt, an enraged Othello proclaims Iago his new lieutenant and commands him to kill Cassio before vowing to kill Desdemona himself. Iago sets Rodrigo up to ambush Cassio under the cover of darkness, but Rodrigo succeeds only in wounding Cassio in the leg. Iago then stabs Rodrigo, wounding him mortally. Ignoring Desdemona's pleas for mercy, Othello suffocates her with a pillow. Emilia, bringing news of the attack on Cassio, discovers the murder and reveals her husband's deception. Iago kills Emilia, and Othello, overcome with grief, kills himself with his own dagger. Iago, who is led away to be tortured, vows never to explain himself.